But listen, some days when you're a gecko just really suck. Like Edgar here was just on his way to Costco to get there before the doors opened and ran into Big Steve. But Edgar wasn't going to miss out on that 2-for-1 Moist Wipes deal. So look at that, his tail pops right off. And Big Steve didn't do that, the gecko did. Now Big Steve's having some tail for dinner. But listen, if you're thinking, oh, if I could do that, I'd pop it off at parties in a lull. Well, you should know it's actually a real pain in the ass. That's right, eat that dad joke. The gecko's tail has a number of areas where the muscles form these sort of triangle shapes. These triangles wrap around the tail and form a crown, which ends up being sort of like a plug that fits into sockets on the other side. The muscles don't go across those triangles, they stop. So you might be wondering what holds the damn thing together. But if you look closely at the surface of these tips, they got these little bumpy mushroomy things all over them. And these structures seem to be used for adhesion. Again with the adhesion. On a normal day, that adhesion keeps things tight. But if they contract those muscles, they can break that adhesive bond. And you can see that little crown thing just sort of pop out. The vertebra underneath this area has a break point in it, so it snaps off too. There's very little blood because they have a mechanism to cut off the artery. Now the tail part, it keeps going. Little reflexes firing off gives a predator something to look at. It's not something you see every day. Stumpy, on the other hand, now has to deal with not having a tail. You know, doctor's orders lay off the jumping, but they also have a different weight distribution. The gecko's nervous system, however, adapts to this. And even without the tail, they're pretty much just as good at hunting as they were before. Now the tail regenerates. It takes about a month or so. You know, there's some awkward moments in there. You don't go out to the club with a red rocket, I'll tell you that. But the final product looks very similar to the original. On the outside, at least. What doesn't grow back are the vertebrae. Instead, there's a cartilaginous tube, which means from the site of the injury backwards, there's no more breaky points. And if you have to do it again, you better hope that you have some break points left. You know, that's why this one looks like he's having a moment. Damn it, it was just a shadow. And the tail's trying to crawl back to him. I'm not ready. It's like sperm on a carpet. Gecko, gecko, I know that you're gonna climb up on your little toes. Gecko, gecko, I know that you're gonna climb up on your little toes.